Hello YouTube, welcome back. As always, we hope to bring you a good show. This is day 18, and we're hoping that this subject today is going to really spark a thought. And here's what I mean by that. Everybody's talking about AI content generation, AI quality, AI realism, AI imagery, AI avatars, just the works. Everything is about AI. All right, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's do this here. Let's talk about what's going to be the new niches in 2025, the new YouTube niches in 2025. And this is something that you might want to latch on to, because you're going to be ahead of the curve. Because right now, a lot of folks are going to miss this here. They're going to see it. Everybody's going to see it eventually. But if you get in on the front end of it, you'll be one step ahead of everybody else. And that is, they're going to be what they call AI YouTube channels. Man, that's important there. They're going to be AI YouTube channels. And you ask yourself, what is an AI YouTube channel going to be? And primarily, it's going to be a teaching tool. It's going to be like an AI teaching tool. They're going to be showing everybody in 2025, there's going to be a high focus on using AI tools. And those tools are what's going to drive everything going forward. After 2025, you may as well say, it's not a new millennial, but you may as well look at it like that, because everything is going to change after 2025. You're going to have image generation, you're going to have content creation, and one of the big things is going to be coding also. So those three things, trust me when I tell you, that is the baseline. So let me tell you, I'm gonna delve into all of them specifically, and I'm gonna show you how to prep yourself. When it comes to prepping yourself, and I'm just talking about the enthusiasts now, because those are gonna be the ones who's gonna take off first. But the enthusiasts and the content creators, when I say the enthusiasts, I'm talking about AI enthusiasts. You have some folks that they're just enamored, fascinated by AI, and that's their thing. They want to just talk about AI, and learn about AI. That's their thing. They just love AI, and those are called the enthusiasts. But if you're here, you're more or less coming from the individual standpoint, where you're looking at content creation, and you want to see probably how the AI is going to help you with your content creation. Watch this here. You ever think about avatars? There's avatars everywhere, and everybody is using them. And you wanting to run your own individual channel are going to be able to use avatars to do so. I mean, we all like to use our faces because sometimes we connect with people better that way. But one of the things that you got to keep in mind too is this here. And I'm not talking about just the enthusiasts, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the regular individual, you and me. These avatars is the thing. It's going to take off. It's going to take off like you won't believe. And we're going to be on the front end. I'm going to be on the front end of it. I haven't created my avatar yet, but I'm just beginning to learn to use I use the Gemini system. I don't want to tell you which system to use or which AI platform to use, but a lot of people like OpenAI. And when you use the OpenAI, they say that you can tend to learn faster. But me, I'm sort of a Google man, and I like the Bard system. That's where I first started out at. and then it migrated over to Gemini. So I like the Gemini AI, but the Open AI is equally as good. So those two platforms is where you got to be able to set your feet down and grow. Now let's delve a little bit deeper. I heard that these tech companies, boy, I tell you what, if you're in tech, get ready. And if you're not in tech, you can kind of research it. It's going to be I don't want to say go into it because I don't like to tell anybody what to do. But the tech companies are getting ready to take off with this here. Not from the individual standpoint, which is where I'm trying to get you to go, but watch what the tech companies do. And when you follow the tech companies, you're on the front end of it. They're going to provide channels. These companies are going to hook up with YouTube. Watch. They're going to hook up with YouTube and establish channels. Like, here's an example. Google is going to have their own channel where they're going to be just, oh man, that's, they do in a sense have it already. But here, look at it this way. I got a way of putting it. Imagine you have NBC, ABC, and CBS. You look at it as having a channel on TV, right, that's dedicated specifically to them. Google, even though they're putting out content right now, they're getting ready to have a dedicated, well, it appears they're getting ready to have a dedicated channel where they ain't gonna do nothing but focus on AI tools, AI development, and AI techniques, teaching you. It's gonna be a channel that's set up to teach. And man, it's gonna be exciting. And what they're gonna do is, Google is one of the leaders in AI, but here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna make their documentation available to everybody. It looks like they're gonna make their documentation and tutorials available to everybody. Every now and then you can go on YouTube and you can see some guys out there teaching. But when you have somebody who is developing this here and they're releasing it to you, giving you the documentation, and they are creating tutorials for you to learn this, man, I really want to hammer home this point, and that is, I want to kind of make it exciting. I want you to see it, what I think I see. But I don't feel like I'm connecting right now, and I gotta connect. I already used the scenario of like a gold rush, and some people went after it, but I don't want to use that scenario. Dog, I can't think of any way to put it to you other than this is going to be a tool that everybody is going to need and everybody is going to have to use. Oh, hey, here's an example. Here's an example. You use a knife and a fork to eat, right? Everybody uses a knife and a fork to eat. It's a tool. And it's a tool that everybody have to use. I mean, if you, somewhat civilized, but that's what the AI is getting ready to be. It's getting ready to be a tool that is on everybody, it's everywhere, and it's going to be mandatory for you to be able to use it, know it. And man, just if you have kids, tell them to go towards the coding. I take that back because I don't want to direct anybody. But the coding piece is going to be big in this here. Oh, and I just said Google is going to be leading this here, right? Google and OpenAI primarily. But they're releasing information now that says that the educational institutions are going to be rolling this out also. And it's going to be on YouTube. I mean, we already have like the MITs and the Harvards, all of them give classes online free, but some of it is pretty technical. I mean, I've actually looked at some of these free courseware, but some of it is pretty technical. Imagine if they were able to simplify an AI tool and make you so comfortable with it. you'll be like, oh man, I could have learned that in the 3rd grade. That's when it's simplified to you. When you go, hey man, it's simple. That's what's getting ready to happen. I'm just giving you right now, here, let me tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm giving you key words right now. I'm giving you key moments and key events. I'm not gonna get into anything that's technical at all. I'm just prepping you. That's the way we can look at it. I'm just prepping you. And this second part of this here, what I'm saying right now is the educational institutes are getting ready to take off with this here and bringing you all of this online stuff. And I can foresee where they're going to get to the point where they need so many creators and so many people involved, there's not going to be a charge, or it's going to be so minute you ain't going to even worry about it. But I can foresee when they and this sounds crazy, this will sound crazy to a lot of people, because they're like, man, nobody's going to get rid of that industry. I can foresee within 25 years that we're going to be on a totally different plane when it comes to education. First of all, you got all these people complaining about the cost of education and these student loans and wanting the presidents to cancel debt and all of this stuff. So this is just my opinion. I can foresee a point where this education is going to go through a major shift, paradigm shift, where this is just me. They're not going to even be billing you for learning in the future. Well, I'm not going to say billing you. You're going to be able to, they're going to put it under the guise of we recognize the talent, and look at it as like a scholarship. They're going to put it under the form of saying that you have potential. But it's going to roll out so wide that majority of the people are going to be able to get all of this here education free. And man, imagine this here. You have, just say 1 billion people. Let's just play with some numbers right now. If you had 1 billion people working on a problem, one problem, I mean, you got the best of the best, and then you got some little bitty young kids, 12 years old, but everybody is working on this problem because it's going to be a reward system in place to say that, hey, you solve this here, you get rewarded with this. So that's getting ready to take place, and that it's going to be free. It's going to be free, and that's going to get everybody involved. When I was saying it's going to get everybody involved, it's going to be coming through YouTube. YouTube. You didn't see that one coming, did you? You ain't see that. You didn't see that coming. I'm not saying you're going to have to show up in a classroom, or you're going to be having to go through some kind of a training center at some major corporation or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's going to be coming to you through YouTube, because that's the new now.